I'm Max.
So, Max, how would you describe yourself? Worthless, pointless, useless, meaningless, unimportant, and unmemorable. Does that adequately answer your question? Yes. This is not just self-deprecation. This is not just self-loathing. This is not just creative frustration, and this is not just silly joking. I will not be remembered is unfortunately a factual statement. There will come a point when my life ends, and everything done within it will end up in the ashes of time, if you will. The entire totality of me will cease to be, and even if I somehow figure out a way to etch myself into the wheels of history, which will most likely not be the case since only a select 1,000 out of the 100 billion people who have lived life and died in this world will ever be remembered, while the rest of those 100 billion people have been buried under the past. Even if the memory of you or I somehow outlive our expiration dates, that presence will only be temporary until the Earth or whatever other planets we've inhabited have given out along with the rest of the universe. Does nothing matter? Am I actually unimportant? Am I actually insignificant?
My name is... I was born on. I was born at. I was raised in. I went to school at. I worked as a... I retired on. I died. I will not be remembered. I'll be another number contributing to whatever statistic, and that's about as far as my usefulness will be exhausted to. I actually realistically wonder how many people are born into the world blindly believing that they'll make a difference and be successful, zealously pursuing that dream they need to make real in order to feel fulfilled in their life, as if they'll strike a chord in the hearts and heads of men like what they do and who they are is integral for the betterment of mankind, and end up failing. Kind of like what it looks like I'm doing. Failing. And I'm just a guy having an existential crisis on the internet. I will not be remembered. And what about you? Do you feel the same way? I really hope you don't, but I already know a great number of you here can't help but feel like you'll never be remembered too. Like you'll think you'll never mean anything more than a somewhat productive member of society, if even that, before you're brought back into the blackness that was before your birth, and all of your efforts and aspirations will have been wasted over the absence of required resources and opportunities you and your life were never provided with for you to become what you originally wanted to be way back when you had no idea it was what seems to be absurdly impossible now. For me, I wanted to be a superhero. People would have remembered me for that. But I will not be remembered.
Perhaps we're expecting too much from life, based on all of the TV shows and movies and video games we watch and play. You want to be the Super Saiyan. You want to be the Iron Man. You want to be the telepathic superhuman. You want to be the genius hacker. You want to be the zombie hunter. You want to be the badass chemistry teacher. You want to be the hero who saves the day. You want to be the main character. But we can't do any of that cool shit they do. We're the ones watching it. We're the ones playing it. We're the ones listening to it. And it's fun and all, but it's not the same, because it's not us. It's someone else that we're just spectating. That isn't me.
I'm the feeble little man recording a video on his computer, complaining about how worthless I feel. That's all I am. I will not be remembered. 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 Unless, of course, I'm talking to you, which I am. You're hearing my voice, you're seeing my thoughts, you're feeling my emotions, and you're experiencing my existence in this life. There's bound to be at least one of you who will have some sort of memory of me, and it works the same way with you too. Every single beautiful being you've ever met and interacted with will be holding on to you, in their mind at least in some capacity. So in actuality, you will be remembered by a lot more people than you may ever know. A lot more. Perhaps not in the next billion years, but near fucking none of us will, if even that. And do you really need your existence to carry over eons? No, you fucking don't. Quit being selfish. Everyone in the future will be worrying about their own selves and their own problems. So why do you fucking care? You don't know them and they don't know you. Y'all don't need to anyways. Stop caring about the world that doesn't exist yet, and start caring about us, the world around you. You will be remembered. And if not by the world, then by the people who you mean the world to. And if you really want to make an important impact, then fucking do it, dude. If you want to matter, then start mattering. It begins with you. It doesn't begin with thinking you can't. You cannot expect others to love you if you can't even love yourself. If you fail, then fucking good. Failure is fuel for those who don't give up, so get up and try again, bitch. Who knows, maybe one of you, or even all of you, will end up doing or creating something that may still have an impact billions of years into the future. In fact, I can almost guarantee you that you will based on causality. I will not be remembered is one of the stupidest things you can ever say. I understand having a nihilistic mindset. You think you see what others don't, acting as the devil's advocate to the norm. But in reality, everyone questions their own significance at some point. But the difference is that you're holding on to these questions as if they are answers. We're all worthless. That's an opinion, not a fact. We don't matter. That's an opinion, not a fact. Life is meaningless. That's an opinion, not a fact. And the fact that these things aren't facts should tell you something. Stop letting your emotions get in the way and think about this shit logically. You are choosing to be worthless, and you are choosing to see others as worthless. If you still want to do that, then fine. But don't be crying to us when your life is actually empty of any meaning, because it's your fucking fault. As humans, we have given meaning to letters, to words, to numbers, to actions, to places, to phrases, to jobs, to mathematics, to science. These things don't have meaning until we interpret it in a way where it does. So why can't you do the same for yourself? Even meaning itself is a concept created by our own minds. This symbolizes exactly what I am telling you. We create our own meaning, and that goes for everything. As for me, and the rest of you who will heed my words, make yourself matter. Do not ever believe for a second that you don't, because you do. At the very least, to me. And if you can, for someone on the internet who may never even meet you in this lifetime, you should matter to yourself too. Make us remember who you were. And although it does depend on who you ask, it will still be true for something or someone. You will be remembered.
Toodles.